am live. How about that? How about them apples? I just thought I'd come on here. It's been, I don't know, a month or so since I've been live. Too long. And I thought, let's hang out. I just made my own homemade pumpkin spice. I don't know if it's a latte or not. I'm not sure of the official rules and regulations on that, but that's what we got going on. I thought I'm going to come hang out. Why not? Let's hang out. So, while we're going to wait for some people to show up, hello! Hi, guys. I knew you guys would be coming to hang out with me because I don't know. It's 6 o'clock here, and I'm like, it's in between time. I'm kind of bored. I don't know. Are you guys kind of bored? I'm kind of bored. Hello, Apple. And hello, Tarot Destiny, darling. And hello, Spanish lady. And hello, Melissa. Hello, Donna. Howdy. Hey, Laura. I'll mod if wifey's not here. Okay. Oh, McNuggets. How do I do that? I'm going to have to have to go into the thingy. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hi, Sally. Hi, Penny. Hi, Joanne from Florida. What's it like in Florida right now? Hello, Joanne. And we have 2 Joannes. That's kind of interesting. Marianne. Hello from Oklahoma. I'm in the Mausoleum 2.0. So it's still here. Now what I did, this way. I just bought that. It's a little candelabra thing. And it has these vintage like tea light votives on it. And one broke in transit. So I ordered another one. And so then it's going to be all, ooh. So it's like legit flames over here. And this is like, one of those light bulbs. But I am in the same spot. My microphone's here. I don't know. Looks kind of, looks kind of meh. Whatevers. I was thinking about, I want a wallpaper or something, the back wall, but it has texture. So I'm going to have to hire someone to skim coat it and get a wallpaper. Sure, that's going to cost mucho dinero. Latte. Happy Thursday. See, I feel like I'm on latte crack right now. I just made my own. I'm sure it was like very Jimmy rigged. I'm sure. It's very hot. Okay. Yeah. You know what? It's been, knock on wood, it has been surprisingly a sort of mellow temperature summer here. It's been like max 103. So for us, that's like mellow. Hello, Bex. Hello, Marcy from Spring, Texas. You've been enjoying my videos? Well, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I surely do. Thank you. From Canada. Do I believe the New World Order will happen? Nope, I don't. I do not. Oh, what do I know? Hello, Nikki. How are you? 11 and 11 in Sydney, where I am. Oh, angel numbers. I know it was a minute ago. I do that all around the house all the time. Like we'll walk somewhere and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's 3:33. Angel numbers. I don't know. Yes, thank you, Tarot Destiny. Your order, I think, either went out this morning or yesterday morning. But I thank you for your order. It did just go out. Robinette, hello from Michigan. I don't think I've ever been to Michigan. I need to go. Heidi Ho from Tennessee, Simon says. Tennessee. Have I been there? I don't think I've been there yet. Do I have to join the Moth to get a business reading? So personal readings are not included in any type of membership. And so if you'd like to get a reading, you can book it on my website. So right now, currently, I have email readings up. They're a little quicker for me to do than getting the video camera all set up and recording and editing and sending it, because then you have to upload. So right now there's email readings on the website. I might need to restock them soon because I think I've gotten through almost most of the allotments I put up. So if you want an email reading, you can book it. There's 1 question, 2 question, 3 question. And when you get your email reading, so in case you wonder, I pull the cards here and then I take a picture I stand up, take a picture, and I send you the picture and then the interpretation of the cards for your question. So that's there. Thank you, Jean. Is it Jean or Jeanne? Jeanne. Why can't I say that? You know why? Because this is so weird. Okay. Totally Texas names. So my dad's name was Jim, and he married his first wife, not my mother. His first wife was Jean Ann. And one of the kids they had together was Jim Ann. Totally Texas name. Okay. It's hotter than the devil's asshole in Phoenix. Oh, yay. I'm so excited, Penny. I'm so glad you love your crystals. I'm just like, I'm just getting ready for a Christmas season. So I've ordered some Zodiac crystal bracelets. They're going to be beautiful. They're going to be amazing. We got Arizona. And let's see. Fall in Michigan is the best time to go if you ever do. I'm thinking fall's probably the best time to go anywhere. I mean, like, I'd like to go to the fall East Coast and experience, like changing of the seasons, because we go from, hey, we have green leaves to now they've fallen on the ground. It's terrible, terrible. Yes, one day I will. I'm not traveling this year. I don't know if I'm the only one, but, my sister was like, hey, let's do a sister's trip. And I'm like, not doing it this year. I don't know. I'm paranoid. I'm paranoid that, it's almost like after the lithium battery fire on the 15 freeway, which is kind of like a major artery that kind of clogged up the freeway because you can't go around anywhere. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I could go to Vegas. It wouldn't be that long, but thank you. Moth Manor is awesome. I love it. I mean, I wish there was things I could improve upon it, but the moment of time, we can't. Monica, good evening from Minnesota. Sky Blue, hi, you're awesome. Thank you. What shall we believe is Catherine's status? I think, my opinion, I know, but I think the original is gone, much like I think King Sausage Fingers. Oh my God, I love him so much. He's gone. I don't think they're around. So R.I.P. to Kate and kick rocks to King Sausage Fingers. I don't really, no love for that guy. I thought he changed a while ago. There was some interview. Whoever this guy was sitting in a chair. I have not been able to go back and find that interview. He's sitting in a chair and he's talking to some other guy who kind of has like gray hair. Maybe Chuck had gray hair too. He had a totally different face. It was weird. I don't know if they put like sausage finger mask on. Maybe they do. What? They're not. It's not a mask. What would it be? What would it be? I'm putting on like, the Incredible Hulk little handles. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Hi, Nina. Welcome. Hi, Bonnie in St. George, Utah. One of the guys I used to work with, he lived in St. George, Utah. He told this story about driving from St. George, Utah down to LA, and he was behind this truck. And all of a sudden, the truck tipped over. And he says, because the pegs shifted in the truck and they knocked the whole truck over. I always remember that now. When you do readings, you get information from spirit guides or intuition. I don't know where it exactly comes from. I'm going to assume it's my spirit guides, but if you asked me who they were, I could not tell you. I have a feeling there was years ago, was I still in high school? I might have still been in high school or just in college. And I started to do automatic writing, and one day I'll find that notebook, and I got there was 2 names. There was a girl name and a boy name, and they were supposed to be my spirit guides. I don't remember their names. I just assume whoever's here giving me downloads and whatever. But I will also say at the same time with my intuition, This is why some people have a problem with the way I read cards, but I'll also say there's some people that just always have a problem. I'm not just strictly reading the cards. There's other things that pop into my mind to help me clarify the message I'm supposed to be getting. That's why a lot of times I'm singing songs and people are like, stop it, it's unbecoming. That's when I told that other one to go pound sand. I just have a unique way of reading, and it's like intuition. It's whatever downloads I'm getting, visuals I'm seeing in my third eye. It's just I don't know. It's a mess in here. Someone asked me if I was neurodivergent. I don't know. I don't have any labels. I don't want any labels. I have all sorts of labels. If you want to call me a bitch, that's fine. But I don't need any other type of labels. I don't like it. Thank you. I appreciate it. I try to I'm only selling crystals like that I think are nice quality, right? Like I look at it like, would I be accepting of this if I bought this from an online shop? And I'm kind of picky. You guys like a lot of the crystals. Well, I haven't shown crystals in a while, but you guys like my crystals. I think I have good taste in crystals. And so I'm like, if someone opened up a box and they got some like bungered up, ugly ass crystal, would they be happy? No. No, no. Thank you, Larry. I am from Virginia and there's nothing like fall there. I went to Virginia once. I don't remember what we were doing there though. It was on a trip back east to Pennsylvania to see family, and somehow we went to Virginia for something or other. I don't know. Oh, in central New York State. Yeah, Nina. I do. Gosh, do you guys like look at cheap old houses? Because I do. I always have these fantasies. I'm going to buy a Victorian mansion. But a lot of them that I see that I fall in love with, or of course, are like in New York, where I'm like, that's like me moving from California to California, just different weather. And so I'm like, no. But gosh, central New York, beautiful. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys just showed up here because I was like spur of the moment. I was going to schedule things, but it's been kind of hard to schedule things around here this week. I got my offsprings getting used to college. So I can't, my schedule's kind of messed up. Hello, Lisa from Northern California. Used to live in the land of the mud people too, San Bernardino. My brother-in-law calls it San Bernardino asshole. I don't know. I haven't I haven't been over there too much. I just drive by, I guess, if I'm going somewhere. Not drive by like that. No, I know they do that here too. But hi, Anne. New fan from Florida. Welcome. I haven't been back to Florida since I had a project there. I was very I don't know. I don't know if it's something about water there, but I'm told that story before about the yellow water. I don't know. Maybe the hotel was just messed up. Bulma 88. Hi from Portugal. Wow. That's amazing. Hello. Vegas trip. I do want to do a Vegas trip because here's I don't know if they'd let me do it. I have a feeling they'd say no, but I was like, oh my gosh, I'd love to go to the Titanic exhibit and I'd love to go pull cards in there. And then I was thinking, oh my gosh, it would be amazing to go to the Luxor because a lot of people have passed away there. Thought that would be amazing. Oh, and I don't know if they have the bodies exhibit anymore, but that one I don't know. Probably not a good idea to do a tarot reading at the bodies exhibit because I'm not sure that everybody actually donated their body, if you know what I mean. Is William throwing all Brits under the bus for a seat at the high table? Has he been doing things lately? I haven't. I've kind of been on low and slow on things. I do have a reading coming up with about Ms. Markle in terms of royal things. I also think, there's a reading coming for YouTube members. It's an older reading that's already in the Moth Manor, but it's about King Edward something or other, him and his kinky sex chair. That's coming up. Yay, Sarah. A dueling tarot Vegas trip. That does sound fun. Can you imagine? Yeah, I think there's cool places we could do that. We could just rent a room and just do tarot in the room. I mean, back in the old days when I was an interior design business coach, we did do that. We had it was for a small group of people, rented this room. Can't remember if that was in the Omni or the Aria, but it was a room where I had a bedroom and it had a conference table and kitchenette type thing, whatever. But that was like messed up. Like the wash rags had holes in them. There was straws on the floor. I don't know what happened the night before, but that was actually kind of fun. Wouldn't that be fun to have like a seance in a Las Vegas hotel suite? Oh, we're getting ideas. We're not doing it this year. I'm not traveling anywhere. Hello from South Dakota. Now, South Dakota, I'd like to go there. I think South Dakota, what's her name? Noem? Christy Noem? Whatever. Kind of like her, but then I don't like her. I don't know. Can't with her sometimes. Oh, okay. So Sharon. So the business reading, I haven't opened up video readings. That would be what the business reading is. So you didn't miss any steps. Like I said, I'm kind of busy trying to get the offspring settled, not the band. And so right now I'm just doing the email readings till things kind of shake out over here. So sad. That family is the worst. I still don't get it. People are like, oh, leave them alone. They're so wonderful. I'm like, you don't really know them. I don't know them. You don't know them. Like, why are you obsessed? It's kind of weird. Buckeye Clay fan. I haven't seen you in a while. Hello. Hi, Jana. Or is it Jana? I don't know. I'd assume it's Jana, but you can tell me if I'm wrong. But hello and thank you. I appreciate it. Exactly, Janina Strong. They don't get my awesomeness. Oh, Francois! Bonsoir! How are you? I've missed you. Thank you, Simon says. I appreciate it. I know I am not for everyone. I wasn't for everyone when I was in that other field. I had people telling me how unprofessional I was because I cussed. They were all stuck up bitches, but whatever. Thank you. You know what is interesting? I actually was watching Sloan Bella did a live, I don't know, last week. Time flies. I don't know what I thought today was Friday. Anyhow, I think it was one of her last lives she had done. She went through all the signs and she was talking about each sign, like Aries and all the signs that I can't memorize. I only know my own. But I thought it was interesting because she said that Virgo, not Pisces, was the most psychic. What? That's me. I am Cancer and Virgo and Pisces. Psycho, huh? Oh, we're probably not supposed to say that word anymore. That's offensive. I will stay true to me and however I get my stuff. If there's all sorts of grumpy people and never want to be all pissy, go. Of course, I am snapping back. So just warning, if they want to come after me, occasionally I do snap back if I'm in the mood or if I had my homemade pumpkin spice latte. Wow. Thank you. That was a crazy reading. You know why that reading was crazy for me? Someone posted it onto a Reddit thread or a Reddit forum. I don't know. And they were talking about how weird it was because they were a person who said, I don't believe in psychics, but this is kind of weird. How did you get all this stuff ahead of time? So that was like, oh, what, me? What? Sky blue. I'm done with the desert. I don't want to live in the desert no more. No moss. I've had it. I'm tired of California, just period, end of story. I mean, okay, let's be honest. If I had $1 bazillion and I could move anywhere, I'd probably find some other state for sure, but I'd probably keep a beach house in San Diego. And then I would probably turn into like, I don't know what season it would be, but I would come here for a certain season and then I'd go become a tarot reader at the Whaley House. That would be like my docent job or something. Fall in Texas is pretty much summer. Yeah, that's pretty much here. Like we don't have like, that's why it's all, oh, it's pumpkin spice latte season or pumpkin spice season. And it's like, it's still hot as balls here. It's like kind of hard to enjoy it. Just saying. Thank you, Virginia. My reads on the Royals cracks you up. I hope they do because they crack me up. I mean, I'm not taking these people seriously. So a lot of these people just crack me up. Do I think the med beds are going to be available for the public soon? Perhaps. Now, I'll say perhaps. I think I read on that quite a while ago, maybe a year or something ago, in like a Moth Manor members reading. And at that point, I wasn't seeing that as going to be widely available anytime soon. However, I'm starting to think maybe. Now, I don't know how widely available. I don't know how quick they would zap them up or whatever they do. And I don't know how much access. That's my thing. I don't know about that, but we'll see. We'll see. Jana's in Ohio. I had a job in Ohio once when I used to work in project management. And that's when I skipped out. I was waiting for the certificate of occupancy. And that was going to take a while. So I went over to the, what was that, Grover Cleveland's house? And then I think I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's where I heard Elvis talking to me. I know. Maybe I could do stand up. I would have to remember a routine though. That's the thing. Like my readings, I don't remember what I get. I can't file the information in my head. I don't know if I could remember my routine. It's easier if I just read tarot because I'm like, boop, 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 boop. Jokes on the go. Southern Oregon. Oh, it's foresty with Bigfoot. Or maybe it's not Bigfoot, but foresty. God, I don't think I've been up to Oregon since I was a kid. Hi, Star. How did you open your third eye? Okay, so, the original, we'll say the original grand opening, I think that must have happened when I was young. And I'm starting to believe more and more, and I don't think this has to be for everyone, but I do believe because of trauma I suffered when I was 3, I believe that kind of shook things up. And so that was going on for a while. Then when I had my kid, or before I had my kid, I kind of shut it down because I was kind of scared. And I also was not practicing safe psychic stuff. I was not grounding. I was not no protection going on. I was like, doing readings drunk. I don't think that's a good idea now. So when I came to this point when I was like, oh, time to reopen. We need a grand opening. All I can say is it's a lot of practice. And in terms of practice, whatever resonates with you is how I would say it. Before, gosh, how long has it been? In terms of my reading cards that some people want to get mad about, that's only been happening like maybe 4 or 5 years. Before that, it was just, what do you call that? Mediumship, automatic writing, drawing, that kind of stuff. And so I decided the safer way when I was doing my reopening of my third eye was I used tarot cards. And that was what I did. And I did it every day. It's like almost a muscle you need to build. So that would be my advice. I also find that there's certain crystals that helped me. And I'm not saying that those will also help you, because I'm also the belief that everybody has their own unique body chemistry, and the way that they interact with crystals is different. And so if I was to say to you, like azurite, malachite is one of my jams. That's like one of my crystals I have around me. I also have barite. Like some of you guys have seen my piece of tabular barite. It's not beautiful, but this is always sitting behind me when I'm doing a reading. And so barite's one of my jams. And then I also wish I could find this to source it and get you guys some, is dianite. This one's always in my pocket when I'm doing a reading, my dianite palm stone. But before that, it was my azurite. So this one doesn't have any malachite. No, it does. Azurite and malachite, they grow together. But I have lots of pieces of those. So working with crystals, if you wanted just one crystal, say you couldn't buy any other crystals, then you buy quartz, clear quartz, because you can program clear quartz to mimic the properties of any other crystal. So you could do that. Hello, Mary from Connecticut. Let's see. You have an awesome sense of humor. If you ever decide, oh, the stand up, yeah. Gosh, can you imagine? Better use a black light in there. That's what I'm going to do from now on. If I ever go to, I don't know. That's the whole thing. If I use the black light in Vegas, of course, I'll probably find evidence of something. But then I'd be like, I have to take it to another hotel room too. I watch this guy on YouTube, Walk With Me Tim. He goes to these places and he's like, he says, I ask for a mattress encasement or something, I guess to contain bed bugs or something. I never even heard of it. I am such not a sophisticated traveler. And now you have to probably be worried about all that kind of stuff. Probably would. I don't know. We should do it next year, not this year, but we should do a trip. Hello from Australia to Evie. Welcome, Roman. You're welcome. I'm happy to provide snark and laughter and humor. If we can't have fun reading tarot, what? Come on. You know there's a bunch of boring ass people out there. There's plenty of people to watch the boring ass people. They get the views I don't get, but that's fine because I don't like their stuck up peoples. Jay, hi from Scotland. Love your take on royals. Thank you. You're welcome. Let's see. Another Australian. Hello from Brisbane. I need to learn more slang, Australian slang. I only know bogan, which I was told was equivalent of white trash. I don't know. I might not be. It could be like when people would teach me words in Spanish, bad words. I'd always ask my coworker to teach me bad words in Spanish. He never wanted to because he knew I would use them, but I sorry. Good to see you. Let's be snarky. Thank you, Monica. Oh, Deanna's here. I'm so glad you guys showed up. And Gemini's problematic. People were not happy. Yes. Yeah, she was saying that. And I was like, this is the thing. I only know a couple of signs in terms of characteristics, right? And so I think I had to ask my husband like to get his chart again because I lost it somewhere. It's in the computer, whatnot. And it was like, he has Aries in his chart. And I was like, of course you do. Of course you do. It's your way of the highway. That's how I remember Aries, kind of like, he's not like that all the time. I don't want people to think like, oh my gosh, Alycia has a terrible husband. I don't. Just, he's very smart. And when he knows he's right about, or at least he thinks he's right about some things, just holds on to it. But Gemini, I always remember in my mind, Gemini is kind of like they're this way and then they're that way, like kind of, I don't know. Oh, see, now Scorpio I've heard about was like they'll sting you with their tail. Well, I don't know if that means they're sassy, maybe. CR's never caught alive. Well, welcome. Now you've caught one. Greetings from San Francisco. How is it up there? I hope you're not like having to trudge over like poo and needles. Thank you. I like saying king sausage fingers. Someone else said that in the comments. They're like, we call them sausage fingers over here. And I'm like, same. Oh, South Florida's in the house. Thank you. Scarlet and red. Oh, hi from Atlanta. God, I'd love to have a house that looked like Tara. That would be amazing. Had to have a tooth pulled. It was a root canal that went bad. They can fail. I had a failed root canal. Nobody told me about that back in the day. They're like, no, we'll just do the root canal. My teeth are horrible. I don't even have most of my own original teeth. Or maybe I do. I have a lot of crowns. I've had more crowns in the royal family. Yeah, but they can go bad. And then they went back in there and did it again, and then that didn't work. I don't know. Then stuff and shit in there. Who knows? It's $3,000 worth of crap in my mouth. Who knows? Where is that? Oh, there you go. Farah, I'm in for a girls' trip, Titanic or a bordello in Virginia City. I wonder if we could go to the Goldfield. I don't know if I want to go to the gold field because it kind of seems like it's all broken down and janky, but I would totally go there. If there is in Oakland, thank you, Dawn. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, Tarot's Destiny saying my third eye opening much same as you, Alycia. Yeah, I don't know. I know there's some people like lately my thing I've been obsessed with trying to learn. I haven't found the time, obviously, is that I want to learn how to do readings with a crystal ball, obviously. And because I've got a big crystal ball right here. And I keep looking at it like, oh, I want to do a reading with you. But I can't get into the right frame of mind. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever heard this, and there's a name for it. And of course, I'm not going to remember it. But when I used to get massages and when I was face down, I used to see this thing where it's faces coming at you. Oh, it's the weirdest damn thing. It's just like you're in traffic and cars are coming at you. You're going like the wrong way in traffic. And I just had all these faces coming at me. Weird. I'm still not quite sure what that was. I can't remember. Oh, gosh. Anytime you want to chat with him. Oh, yes. Elvis, my boyfriend. Oh, I was just looking today. So I was cleaning up. So there's a little trading card of Elvis, and there's another little trading card of Elvis somewhere over there. They used to sell these key fobs that had fabric in them from outfits supposedly that the stars wore. So I got a little key fob of Elvis fabric and a little key fob that had Maryland fabric. They got to be over there somewhere. But yeah, Elvis. Oh, I haven't been back to Graceland in a while. Oh my gosh. I don't even know if I'll go if they put Priscilla in the backyard. I'm just saying. I don't know. I'd leave her a black rose. I'd like to move to Scotland. You know, that would be cool to go on a trip over there. We got to look into the Zuck. Something's up with Zuck. Because that dummy, all of a sudden he comes out and he's like, oh, forgive me for I've sinned, Father. Oh, God, I shouldn't have bowed to the pressure. Like, yeah, you're trying to save your ass. I don't, yeah, I don't trust anything that comes out of that little lizard's mouth. He always looks like he has to but sit on a booster seat. I mean, I know, I've heard it too. I used to drive this. So back in the day, I used to drive a Dodge Ram pickup. And the guys at work, because I was doing CAD drafting and I worked in a metal fabrication plant. So I was doing, mechanical engineering drawings. And anyhow, they would always laugh and like, you sitting on a phone book in there? Because I'm 5'1.5". Anyhow, but I always picture Zuck when he goes to these congressional hearings that he has to get a little butt pad underneath. And he tries to sit the butt straight and he puts his little shoe down. He's such a turd. Such a turd. Thank you, Jen. I'm glad you're enjoying my channel. I think Vegas is very haunted. I want to go back to Vegas in terms of I want to like totally check it out. In terms of like maybe go to an older hotel because usually because I have a champagne dreams but a beer budget, I always want to go to like the fancy pants places that I can't afford. So I'll go to the in-between places, on a deal. But I'd like to go to an older hotel, but a lot of them are still like janky. I don't know, like why can't people rehab these hotels and like bring them back to their old glory? I think that would be amazing. Reading on Keanu Reeves. I haven't done that yet. The last thing I read on Keanu Reeves was when we did the Inquirer reading, and I remember we were looking through it, and they had a picture of his house, and his lawn was like not watered. I was like, Keanu, you need to water that shit. But I haven't read on him. I don't know if he's no bueno. I have to assume at this point that he's got to have some part of no bueno in him because of fame, fortune. And I think that was something too. It was like annoying to me where it's like, you know how I am. I get annoyed easily. And some of the comments I see on my videos are like, "You're so biased." It's like, after I read the cards and I keep getting the same damn story, I don't know. I'm gonna believe what they say. So I don't know what to tell you. And I'm not the news. Not that they're unbiased, but I'm not the news. So, and if you think there's a totally unbiased tarot reader, I, yeah, okay. Um, Angel of Light. I'm in Colusa, right in the middle between Sacramento and Chico. I don't know where that is. I don't even know if I've been actually to Sacramento. I've probably driven by it. Oh my gosh, a Winchester Mystery House? That probably cost a ton to rent that out. I would like to go there because the last time I went there, it was like a smelly German tourist that didn't have deodorant, and he kind of ruined that was like they had just opened a new expanded tour, and I was all excited, hoping like some ghost was going to come and tap me or something, and then I couldn't help being distracted by body odor. Body odor? Hello, warrior. How you doing? From Manchester. It's been a while since I've seen you, I think. Yeah, New Orleans, that's on my list. My sister and I were talking about going to New Orleans. And then I was like, what if something goes down? And she's like, I'll be there. And I'm like, you're not a bodybuilder. What are you going to do? Somebody comes up and they want to do something to us. We're two like little Chihuahua people. We can only like bite on their ankles. That's all we got. If you give me too much pumpkin spice latte, a little espresso, maybe I'll go a little nuts, but I don't think it's going to work. Thank you. Hey man, you guys came to hang out with me. I appreciate it. So let's hang out together. What was that I saw on the X today, and it said there was only 18 minutes of it? No transcript? I don't know. Thank you. Remind me of Stephanie Harlow with an extra sprinkle of fairy dust. I haven't watched her in a while. I've been watching. Have you guys been watching the Robert Tellis case? That's what I've been watching while I've been working. I've been like obsessed. And every time I'd see like there's a news story, I'd say like Las Vegas man. They wouldn't like use his name on this one channel, and just kind of cracked me up. Las Vegas man. Yeah. Tim is great. Yeah, he's doing cool videos. One of the last videos, maybe it's a recent one, he went to stay in Florida in some like underwater. It's like 25 feet in a lagoon underwater. It used to be like a lab or something, and he stayed under there. And I was like, well, I ain't doing that. No, I am not going to do that, because we took a trip to Hawaii once, Maui. And for some reason, we're like going to go out to the crater, and I guess you could like snorkel or something. And I tried to snorkel, couldn't do it. It was like, I can't. I think it's because my sister-in-law had told me in a past life, who knows if it's true, that I was strangled and drowned in the ocean, which to me makes sense, because I'm like, I hate turtlenecks, and I like looking at the ocean, but I don't go in it. I'll have to Google that. I'll have to remember, though. That's my problem. There's so many things you guys are like, oh, it's this, and then I forget. I don't know. Maybe I have ADHD, but that's another label I'm not going to attach to myself. I don't know. Is he telling the truth on UFOs or not? Let's ask real quick, because I won't remember. Let's whip them out. Let's ask real quick. Is Luis Elizondo telling the truth on the UFOs? Let's see. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Come on. Big deck, small hands. My small little man hands. I'm almost tempted to say he's an alien himself, but regardless, I'm not going to say that. I should have adjusted my camera, but there's too much mess. Okay, anyhow. Is he telling the truth? I would say he's holding back. I would say he's holding back. He has more that he could tell. He's sleeping on some shit. So I'm going to say, yes, he's telling the truth and he's sleeping on it and he's not telling us everything he knows. And I think it's because he's being like told to keep his mouth shut at the moment. So that's what I'm going to go with. So I do think he must be telling the truth. All right, let's get back. Hello. Oh, I love that. The little profile pic. That is so cute. Yay, Jen caught alive. Is it? California does have a lot of beautiful places. I don't even know if the one highway is open anymore because I think it fell into the ocean. You know how good Gavin is at taking care of things. I don't know if it got replaced. I don't know if it got fixed. I don't know. Yeah. Jen's in South Florida. Snark's mightier than the stinger. Yes, Laurel, I believe he is. I swear to God, this is my problem. I did a reading on this, and I don't even think he's the original William. I'm just saying. I know. What? I don't think he's the original one. But I can't remember if that's a Moon Moth Manor reading. It might be. I thought I put it up here, though. I think I did. I'm not for sure. Would be something with William. Yeah, not sure. Oh, Spirit Moon's from Dallas. Dude, do you ever think about all the careers you could have had and how much money you could have made if you went into like dentistry, or if I became a plumber or an electrician or a plastic bag maker or a plastic straw maker? Well, you had the down years of the plastic straw when the shitty paper straws came in, but you know what I'm saying. There's so many different professions. I could have been like a bazillionaire in if I had realized the money that it was in. Although, I don't know. I could probably do HVAC. Electrical, that scares me. I would probably zap myself. I've lit myself on fire before. I know fire, electric are two different things, but I run into walls. I think I would just zap myself, so we can't do that. Thank you, Connie. I will. Can I count to 1 to 10 in Spanish? Sí. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I can go on. So yes, I can speak Espanol un poquito, and I can say, well, I don't know. I shouldn't say that anymore because then people will think about I have terrible things. Tiene, what was that? Tiene un olor a pescado en mi culo. That is terrible. I should not be saying that about myself. I'm just saying. I should not be saying that. It's terrible. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Like here, I'll show you guys my crystal. I got it. Sometimes I buy retail. I can buy wholesale. Obviously, I have a crystal business, so I can buy wholesale. However, it's hard to come across larger quartz crystals. And I saw this at a shop, and it was on sale because it was kind of damaged. But I kind of like some damaged crystals now. Anyhow, this is my quartz. And you can see it has inclusions. The larger the quartz you get, you will definitely, like, that would be primo dollars to get something this size that is like perfectly clear. I think I got this for like $220. That's why I took it. Because I mean, hello, it's big boy. But I haven't used it yet. And the other thing is, generally they say if you're going to start scrying and using quartz, you do want it to have some inclusions in it, meaning some stuff inside. But I haven't done it yet. Thank you. Happy birthday, Sarah. Happy birthday. Wednesday the 4th, September birthdays. Let's do a quick read on Zuck. Let's do a quick read on that turd. How dare you? I love him so much. Did you see? What's that? I saw he had a statue made of his wife. Like, bro, what are you doing? A statue of your wife? Come on, stop it. It looked kind of weird too. Like, I don't know. Was it copper and it already oxidized? I don't know. Let's see how's Zuck feeling tonight. He might be pooing in his pants. I don't know. Maybe he's in his bunker. Who knows what he's up to? Let's see. Oh. Yep. He's getting it for both ends. I don't actually know what that phrase means, but both sides are coming after him. Oh, dear. Well, okay, we'll say this. Once upon a time, Zuck was a part of the Eyes Wide Shut crew. Not to say that he's totally jumped out, but part of the crew. Things kind of like couldn't keep the other side, we'll say the good guys, whatever we want to call them, couldn't keep that other side away. It looked like maybe him and Beyonce are doing some witchy ass spells from like, keep them away. And it didn't work. Didn't work. They found a way to make him come clean and spill the beans. So now he's looking to the future. Uh-oh, what's going to be happening? Oh, more legal shit. Now he's going to be screwed. But I think it's like he's almost like trying to take a deal. Now, who will save your show? Thank you, Joel. He's going to be giving information. He's going to be ratting people out left and right, trying to save his ass. So, just saying. Poor Zuck. Not really. Not really. Oh, Anna, Fortune Cookies Tarot. Anna did a video on that. So go over to her channel. Not now, but go to her channel later. Check that one out because she did do a reading on it. So I was kind of giggling to myself. Let them ponies run. Hello. Haven't seen you in a while. Tarot by Isabella uses crystal balls and dice with tarot. She's very open-minded and I think accurate. She does. Last I watched a video with her, yeah, and she probably had a crystal. It wasn't super big because you don't need to have a super big one. Like so, I'm a crystal ball hoarder. I think she was using something like this, and she kind of just turns it around, and she's all she dials in. She's pretty quick on that. So I need to try that. They're not even mentioning the Zuck on the Australia news. Shame. I don't know that sometimes Australia mentions news we don't even have here. So just saying. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed your crystals. I'm so glad. Yeah, everybody give it a thumbs up, por favor. Muchas gracias. Is it true Kamal's the next president? I don't think so. I don't think her and Timmy Boy are lasting too long. Last I read was that was it Harris Waltz tickets in trouble? That reading's up here somewhere. I don't think either of them are going to be making it to the finish line. Oh, dang, I keep forgetting. He is on my list somewhere. You should see how long my list is. He's on the list. I got to do that. I got to read on that turd. What do I feel like I did, though? Because something's coming to mind about his brother in a snow accident. Maybe I just thought about it. We'll see. Oh, yeah, the golden nugget. Is that one even around anymore? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. No, I did not. I didn't say that. I did not say that. I don't even think she's making it to the finish line. So, no. It could be. I don't know if she's even. What was it I just saw the other day? And then, of course, we're in the time of AI, so who knows? But I believe I saw a video with Mr. Tudor and that Fidel's son. He was saying the federal land they have up there, that they were going to make it so, I think he called it home ownership, but the people are just going to be leasing the houses on the federal land. So they don't actually own it, but a way to increase housing. And I was like, God, it's like Gavin Newsom. Do you belong to the Elvis Club? I didn't know there was an Elvis Club. So I don't. I am a big fan of Elvis. I love Elvis. And I like the songs that a lot of people don't probably know unless they're like Elvis fan. But yeah, I like Elvis. And then, you know, I have a record player up here in the mausoleum. So some days I put on my records. And then, of course, I love the live version. One of the songs where it's like blah, 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 plus tax. Anyhow. Anybody can kick in a kneecap. Maybe I could. I'm thinking, I'm kind of, you know, I could maybe. If I'm crazy enough. I think the astral is alive and well in Las Vegas. Yes, there is a seemingly underbelly. You know where it'd also be cool to go, but I don't want to because I'm afraid there's like some weird man-made, weird animal creature out there. But to go out to Lake Mead, I'd love to go out to Lake Mead. Oh, Robert, tell us. Okay. So if you enjoy watching trials, Robert Tellis, Nevada, he was a public administrator. So apparently there's this whole department when certain people pass away that their estate, if it's not handled by a family person, it's handled by the state. And so he was a public administrator, and this was a position you had to run for. And he previously worked in HVAC, and he also went to night school or something to become a lawyer. At some point, though, he got disbarred, but I haven't figured out why yet. Anyhow, so Robert Tellis is there as a public administrator in Nevada. And then you had Jeff Gearman. He was a reporter, Las Vegas Sun reporter, I believe. And he started reporting on the corrupt Robert Tellis and the things he was doing. And he was like accused of being a bully in the office. And he was, I don't know, doing things that weren't really great. And then he got caught having an affair, allegedly. I don't know. They caught him and a chick coming out of the back of an SUV from the back seat. I'm sure they were just going over the, P&L. Anyhow, somebody caught that video, sent that over to Jeff. And so Jeff's writing all these critical stories of Robert Tellis. And Robert Tellis is just not having it. He is not having it. He wants to give you that smile and you know the look. And kind of like when Prince William's in the soup kitchen, the lady's like, oh, here's this card for Catherine. And he gives a fake look. Anyhow, Robert Tellis is kind of like that. And so he's getting mad. And there's more articles that Jeff's going to put out. And Robert cannot have this. So what does Robert do? Robert dresses up in a straw hat and an orange like worker vest shirt thing, and apparently cheap Nikes. That was testified. Someone's like, oh yeah, I saw those Nikes. Those are like TJ Maxx or Ross specials or something. So I laughed. I was like, oh my gosh, now we're shaming his fashion. And he Googles, looking online, trying to find out where Jeff lives. And he goes and he stabs Jeff to death. Jeff was like over 60. I don't know his exact age. So anyhow, he gets caught. There's all this data. They found Jeff's DNA under his fingernails and all this overwhelming evidence. Best part, Robert Tellis decides to do what I've never heard of before, but narration testimony on the stand. So, of course, we have to go back like, I was born in 1492, like the whole story from the beginning of time. Nobody cares. And it's just entertainment. He talks about he wears lifts in his shoes, just, oh God, this haven't had a good trial full of humor in a while, even though rest in peace, Jeff, psycho. Anyhow, it just concluded. He just got sentenced. They wrap shit up quick in Nevada, just saying. I'd like to go to New Orleans in style too. I don't think I want to go though, like to what's it called, Mardi Gras, where you have to, flash your top. God, nobody's gonna. It's like, no, put your pancakes away, old lady. We don't want to see that shit. We're not gonna give you. We'll give you beads and put your shirt down. Thank you. I'm a little behind on comments now. I love this deck too, but I ripped it somehow. The Radiant Wise, I think that's what it's called. I ripped it. He's been identified as a CIA guy. Could be. I see. Now here's the thing. Do I think that there's people in those 3-letter agencies that know about aliens, that mix with aliens? I know, tinfoil hat. I am even starting to believe that there might be aliens that we're associating with in the higher levels of government. I'm that far into it. I know. I know. But I know I'm not alone. I have a notepad for other things. There's certain things I do keep in my brain, and then if I write it, then I do take care of that stuff. But there's so many things, which I didn't realize starting a YouTube channel. It's like that all you eyeballs are on me now, and you guys leave me all these excellent comments, most except for the turds. But the rest of you guys are awesome. And so then it's like I get those things, and I haven't found a way to file them away yet. I need to do that. Dark Journalist is an excellent channel. I'll have to check that out. He said the same things your cards just showed us. Oh, Luis Elizondo. Did he? I have not. When was the last time I listened to him talk? It must have been years ago. Oh, you know what it was? There was like a paranormal show he was on, and he was interviewing guys. I don't remember what that show was. So if it's a paranormal show, I will check them out. I don't know what happened with that show, though. It was kind of interesting. Maybe it got canceled. I don't know. All the good shows get canceled. Thank you, Lena. I appreciate it. Why couldn't we put stripes on candy? You know, candy making is very interesting to me. As I get older, there's certain things. Just like I saw a video today of how they made Crocs. Not that I own a pair. I'm still like rocking my Converse and my Vans. Although I have to put my orthotics in it because hashtag wonderful things happen to your feet when you age. But yeah, candy making is kind of intriguing, and people making cakes and stuff. And I'm like, how do you do that? I don't do that very well. I think that guy, I did a reading on him, and the guy who's saying he's the love child of Sausage Finger and Camillus, I think he might be legit. I think that's what I got in the reading. I don't know. I think he might be legit, but at the same point, what did they get? Those people at the top, they're German. I don't know. So I don't think anything's going to happen. I think that whole is going to take a dump. It's just that monarchy. I think William would get in there and then watch it come. London Bridge comes falling down. Marilyn. I did Marilyn when I first started my channel, and a lot of those old videos, I think I privated. I might redo it because the quality of my camera back then, not that I've mastered the quality of my camera yet in terms of my overhead shots. Still trying to work on that, but that's just me by myself. So I might do a reading on Marilyn. I'm currently reading Anna from Fortune Cookies Tarot. She had told me about, and we did a quick reading on Dueling Tarot about this book. I can't remember what it's called, but essentially Bobby Kennedy killed Marilyn Monroe. So I'm reading that book, and it's very interesting because it does talk about OCID. Is that LAPD has this essentially their own Secret Service division, and it was created at a time around like the Kennedy time, or what's his name? He likes to wear dresses. Hoover? No, FBI guy. Was it? No, it's not Hoover. What was the FBI guy's name? Anyway, it'll come to me in a minute. By the time I get to 900 comments later here, I'll get it. Anyhow, so they had their own, LAPD has their own like Secret Service department. And so this is the book that is based upon what happened to Marilyn Monroe, because, you know, they had bugged their house. Like her house was bugged by, I think, Kennedy people in the OCID, if that's the correct thing for them. So I want to do Marilyn. The Kennedys. The only Kennedy, I've looked into JFK Jr. I think that's on my Moth Manor. I haven't looked into JFK. I'd like to do a reading on Jackie because I think she might be kind of, you know, hooer. And aliens, I did an aliens in Peru video. I think I did do a Sasquatch video. Is a Sasquatch the same as a Yeti? I'm not sure. Yeah, we need to read on Musk again. We need to go check in on his energy. I still don't trust him. I don't trust a lot of these people. I don't care. I don't know. Well, you can always rewind. That's a good thing. You can always rewind. Come on back. Watch it again later. Have more fun later. Hi, Julie. Welcome. Oh, Jen saying a guy that does RV remote viewing actually did sausage fingers, and he said it was ritualistic what he saw when like crowned or something. He felt like a spirit jumped in, etc., which is what you spoke about. The readings I did for the manor on what happens at the hunting lodges, that was essentially I was getting that as like remote viewing. I had the cards, but I was seeing a lot of the God. Don't want to go there. That's kind of where I'm like thinking I have it on my list to do a reading on Balmoral. And so I've been starting to gather some facts so I can familiarize a little bit with the property. And the thing that stuck out to me was all these cairns that are on the property. And apparently they don't have the cairns on their other private properties, which I thought was interesting because apparently Balmoral is their actual private property. Private property. Like, where'd you get the money to get your private property to begin with? Yeah. Sorry. Can't help it. Yeah, you guys can learn about crystals and tarot in the Moon Moth Manor. There's all sorts of stuff there. See, and now we're like 20 minutes from when I was saying what I said in Espanol. But if you want to rewind, and I do not have a smelly ass. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, thank you. Let's see. You think we'll get an invite to the city in the mountains? Karen, which city in the mountains? I don't know. I know this is probably about like some city I'm supposed to remember, and I can't right now. I can't remember. If you're thinking about like, if we're talking about rapture or something, because I did a reading on that like 3 years ago. And it definitely was weird because I don't know. It was, I think that David Wilcox guy, who I'm not quite totally sold on him one way or the other either. But essentially, there was like some type of splitting, which was interesting that said it was coming in the future. We'll see. I don't know. If it's all about that the people that worship Eyes Wide Shut get voted off the island, get sent somewhere else, good. Good. Send them to the DMV. Let them live in the DMV forever. I would love that. Yeah, it's probably his handler. I don't know who's in charge of Zuck. I don't think like that's the whole thing. I think with Facebook, that was already like a DARPA project that was given to him, and he just became the face. And I don't know about the Twinkle Bottom Bros or whatever the hell their name is. I don't even know. Like, did they just like not do the right deal and they got kicked out, and so they brought in Zuck? I don't know. It's kind of like I don't believe any of these damn stories. After I did the tarot reading on the Judds, that for sure is in the Manor. I don't believe any of the stories they tell you about how they were discovered at a bar or whatever. And no, no, I don't believe any of it. Do you read the Carol Perry Witch Sea Mysteries? No, never even heard of her. Okay, I'll write it down. Look, I'm going to get out of paper. I'm going to write it down. Carol Perry Witch City Mysteries. All right, I'll check it out. I'm going to see what that's about. All right, let's see. Linda. I was wondering if some you read that seem like they got out of it are actually their replacement by the good guys. That's a good question. Have we actually? That's my question. Oh, God. I don't even remember what I read. I don't. Have we read that some of them have gotten out of it? Because we had with Stephen Baldwin, he kind of just didn't get full in. Like, it's almost like there's levels, like, and then they can't cross, like, because usually if they're going to try and say, I'm not into this anymore, and it reminds me of the reads like I did on Notorious B.I.G., I believe it was him, maybe also Tupac, I don't know. But those readings, like, it's like, oh, okay, well, you want to go to the next level, you got to go and you got to do stuff. And they're like, nope. But at the same point, I have gotten in another reading, don't know where, that there's an equivalent to the Hollywood Beast system. There's a good equivalent to it, but I think that's more of a recent creation, not like old Hollywood that goes back, I don't know, 100 years or so. It's just, yeah. You know what? This is the other thing. Going back to the dentist. I used to take the fluoride. My teeth were so terrible, right? Like I think that comes back to everything's like poisoned. I know I'm starting to be like RFK Jr. a little bit here. But anyhow, because I'm thinking about it. The enamel on my teeth when I was young already had started. I was not one of these kids that had like gallons of soda or whatever, candy. I'm not that person. I don't like things that are very sweet. I don't like candy that much. Okay, right now I'm addicted to gluten-free ice cream cones. That'll be my thing for a while, and then I'll be off of having any desserts for a while. But then it was like, oh, a symptom of celiac disease is the enamel on your teeth wears out and all these other things that I was experiencing. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to eat, bread anymore. Sad times at Ridgemont High because I love bread like a motherfucker. That's why if I was ever on death row and they're like, what do you want for your last meal? I'm getting like all you can eat pasta, all you can eat garlic breadsticks, all the stuff because I ain't cleaning up that mess after they execute me. So I'm just saying. But I'm thinking about you go to the dentist and they prod your teeth with these metal little picks. Tick, 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 tick. Are they puncturing holes in your teeth already? I don't know. Now I'm starting to side eye the dentist. And the fluoride they make you drink, I don't know. I don't know. Tinfoil hat. Tinfoil hat. Just saying. Thank you. I think I got that sphere a few months ago, maybe in May. That's more than a few months at this point. Okay, yes, I did that reading. When is that reading coming up for the YouTube? Let me see. Is it coming up for the YouTube? It might be in the Moth Manor for all I know. Let me see. I did do that reading. Oh, that must be in the Moth Manor. Okay, so yes, I did get something about a big ass earthquake coming around over here, West Coast. What I was getting was I kept getting like, this is where I got confused. I'm not sure if it was like Sacramento or if it was LA. It was like one of those two where it would be a strong ass earthquake and it would be destructive. And so, I told my husband he didn't want to hear that. He didn't. I tell him about my readings, and sometimes he's like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense," and then other times like that one, he didn't want to hear it. But that's the thing. Now I forgot. I have to fill up the water bag for the tub for the extra water because I got there was going to be problems with water, but I don't know how far and widespread it is. I mean, just in Orange County, what was that? A week or two ago, they were saying they had like nobody can have the water. It was like contaminated. And I'm like, this goes back to all those readings we had about watch the water, right? Scary times. Is Harry really that stupid or is it just a distraction for something more suspect? No, I actually think Harry's kind of dumb. Sorry, Harry. Not really. Anyhow, I do think he's kind of dumb. I think he's probably also immature, probably, all the stuff with his mom and the family he grew up in. But I also think he's a terrible human. So there's all of it. I mean, it's just all of it. Oh, news is Markle moved out. That's interesting. Because, okay, so let me look at my calendar. Markle reading. When is that coming up? Oh, next Saturday. Meghan Markle reading. I did this on, I saw some story that said Meghan Markle wants peace. Kumbaya. Okay. Anyhow, so I did a reading on that. So I don't know if she's moved out. I don't even think they've been living together for a while. Oh, I did do a reading on Trudeau. Okay. I don't remember where. Have you seen any Aztecs? Aztecs. I don't know what that is. If you mean like Aztec Indians, no. And I've never been to Mexico. Well, I've been to Tijuana. Doesn't really count. So I don't know what that is. So I can't answer that. Same. I would never. I don't think Gruesome Newsome will replace her on the ticket. Last I did readings on him, it's more like he's more of a behind the scenes guy, more of a strategy guy. Like, it ain't my time yet. So he feels more behind the scenes. I'm not getting him. I'm still thinking it's, the hag, HRC, or I haven't checked in a while. Let's check in. Let's check in on you know who, Michelle. BM. Let's check in. Because last I looked, Michelle Obama says, no, I don't want to be dragged into that shit. And let's see. Has Michelle changed her mind? Afterward, you know how she spoke. I thought I was going to watch the DNC and enjoyed it. I couldn't watch that damn show. There was so much screaming. Like, I don't need more screaming. The only screaming I want is Housewives, where they're screaming about stupid things. Yeah, I'm not into it. But let's see. Michelle, are you coming on board? Who would be her running mate? I don't know. Anyway, let's just check on Michelle real quick because I'm not that caring that much, but oh. So in the past, we still have the no. Don't want it. Still doesn't want it. Still doesn't want it. Oh, they're working on her. No, she's okay. I'm telling you, she still don't want to do it. So they might be working. Michelle, please. Maybe Barack's Michelle, please. I would like you to come and run for president. Please, baby, please. And she's like, nah, I gotta stay in my mansions. She's worried about secrets that are going to come out. It could be about being Miguel Grande. That kind of stuff might be some of her worry. But no, in the past, it was like, N-O, not interested. And it's like we're working on her. We're working. Come on. You want to do it? You want to do it? You know, Kamala looks like a total dingbat. And she's like, I don't want to. She's not interested, but who knows? Maybe they'll face her or force her. Happy birthday or happy belated birthday. I apologize. I love Elvis too. This is why some people are like, oh my God, you love Elvis? Oh, I love the Beatles. And I'm like, nah, sorry, I don't like the Beatles. I don't know what it is. I've never liked the Beatles. I don't know. Don't. Dude, I hit the wrong keys all the time. You should not see when I try and text. It is terrible. I'm like, I have fat thumbs. I don't know. Careful with H&M. Yes. You know, the reading that was actually recent, like that was more like I had to do a whole cleansing after was the I Love Lucy reading. That one I actually had to do a full-on sage, selenite, all the works, because that was terrible. Hold on, I'm gonna drink, but I won't let you listen to me sip because I know people will be like, oh, ew. Love my shungite water. Okay. So the I Love Lucy reading was actually somehow traumatizing to me. Let's see. Please do a reading on the Deadpool killer Wade Wilson to see if he's possessed by a demon or a killer for hire. I did not watch that case. I've seen him. He's shown up in my feed several times. All right, let me write it down because I'm not going to type it right now. Wade, why do I always want to call him Wade Willer or Wade? I don't know. Okay, Wade Wilson. I think he's possessed. I don't know. He's just got dark ass eyes, and that just makes me think he's possessed. Like there's nothing there, but I don't know. Or we'll write that down and check. Killer for hire. And they would just hire him to take out the two ladies? That seems weird. If that got here. Everybody. Yay! Roman, is it possible to have symptoms of a Kundalini but not have a big experience? Don't know if it's that or slow physical healing, but it's Blaze 7 years now. I don't know. I don't even know exactly what all of that's about. Like, I'll just say that. I'm not anybody's spiritual guru. I mean, my gosh. And I don't even know how that happens. To be completely honest, I have no idea. I'm sure there's somebody who's an expert in it, but it ain't me. I'm just, there's certain things I know about. Like, I know things about crystals. I don't know about that, though. That's the thing. Like, some people are like, oh my gosh. Like, one of those things, like, people talk about Moldavite, right? Oh my gosh, I got Moldavite and it's just too much for me. And that's why I said certain crystals are going to be like too much for certain people. And then I get Moldavite And I bought multiple pieces because I swear to hell, it does like this one must not work and this one doesn't work. I've looked at it under a loop and I'm pretty sure they're real because I see the lenticular things in them. I don't know. Some people just have different reactions to crystals. Maybe they're more sensitive. I don't know. I don't know. Only 80 likes. Womp womp. That's okay. Horseshoe, Golden Nugget, and the one next to the Bellagio. I think I did go in the Bellagio once. Trying to think. I remember when I was like, I don't know, my early 20s, we stayed at, what was it, the Imperial Palace? And that was one where it was like cheap. And that's why we stayed there. And I know it's not on the strip. I think it was off the strip. But yeah, I think they also had like an impersonator show at the time. Hashtag long time ago. Thank you. I wanted to like do readings on the Robert Tellis case, but I don't know. I'll have to think back now. Like maybe I'll just check in and see how he's feeling because I think he thought he was going to get off. Okay. So Robert Tellis, I think all you have to like Court TV covered it and also Law and Crime covered it. So it should be, and his name is Robert, and then Telles. This was the other thing. He's pronounced his name two different ways. So for a part of the trial, he was going by Robert Tellis, and then for another part of the trial, he was Robert Tejas. Two L's make a Y. So yeah, he said you could call him either or. He was going to represent himself until last minute, and then he hired some attorneys to help him take on the full case. New Orleans is full of voodoo. I'm intrigued. Not necessarily by the voodoo, hoodoo, none of that, like necessarily, because I think it's intriguing. And I think the older I get, the more that I think there's certain things that, different, like I'm outside of a religion perspective at this point. Not, I'm still Christian, but I'm still not like, I don't go to church anymore. I have problems with like, there's a click church here. I don't go to it because it's like going to a like 90210 high school where they're all in a clique and you go to church. Some churches are welcoming. This one over here, it's just all the Orange County rejects, and you go to the church and they're just like, they give you looks. And I'm like, whatever. You're in your like low budget Range Rover. Okay, shut up. I don't have a Range Rover, but I'm just saying they're all like pretending. So anyway, all to say, New Orleans is full of voodoo. I don't know. I would like to learn to understand because I think at the end of the day, it's kind of like you have God or El Diablo. That's how I'm kind of at this point. Jesus is my homeboy, but I'm not into. I don't want to go see any scary stuff. Just saying that. I wouldn't go be conjuring some shady shit, but I would like to go see, all the stuff. Marie Laveau. I don't think you can go to her thing though. I think they locked that cemetery up now. I didn't think about that. It could be JE. So it could be JE. So I think you're referencing, I put up in the Moth Manor today. YouTube will get it later. September predictions. Someone might be coming back from the dead. Could be JE. I also thought it could be McAfee. That was another thought I had in my mind. So I don't know. Have you, Yvette? That's interesting. I haven't. You know what I do see a lot of? Military aircraft flying around. I know. That's why I got like the Radar 24. Because I was like, why are all these people flying over my house? What is this? Why am I seeing military jets? Why am I seeing military helicopters? Like this started like in 2020 and I started seeing all this stuff. And of course, they're not on the radar. Of course not. Oh my gosh. Part of me wants to see it and part of me doesn't. I'm still terrified. I don't know that I've probably interacted with aliens. I know. I don't know. I don't think I want to see it though. But did you guys see there's a video on X where it's like Chuck Schumer pointing to a seat and he's like, rah, 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 rah. And he like points some invisible thing out of his chair. And I'm like, what in the world are you doing over there, Chuck Schumer? What are you doing? See, I think they are. I think they've been working with them. I think they're on the boards. They come into the meeting room and it's like, hey, Joe, hey, Robert, hey, alien man. I think they're all there together. I just do. Close Encounters. Yeah, I think it is. Kentucky Rain. Yeah, it probably would be Stalkerish now. You know, one of my jams has never been to Spain. I've really liked that one. I don't know what it is. And then Poke Salad Annie, of course. You have to. I don't know if Shifty Shift's an alien. He looks weird. That's for sure. I know he's a dirty bird. He is a damn ass dirty bird. That standard hotel reading I did on him, ew, gross, disgusting. Love watching Hercules Candy. I don't know that. I don't know they. Hello from Idaho. Hello, Idaho. Our friends who moved to Idaho, they just came for a visit. And they were telling me like traffic's not like traffic here. They were complaining about the traffic here. See, people think I'm just embellishing it. I'm not. It's terrible. It's terrible. Yeah, not real royals. Yeah, the Saxe, Gotha, Kolberg, Blucka, Blucka, Blucks. Oh, Aztec turquoise. Yeah, you know, it's interesting trying to find turquoise, like real turquoise. So it's hard. Like a lot of the turquoise that you would see being sold online is actually howlite that is dyed. So howlite is, I don't have any here. I'm not really drawn to howlite in general. It's a white stone and it has gray veining in it. And so they can dye it teal to look like turquoise, but it's howlite. So if you go to like a craft store like Michael's and you go in the jewelry section, and I think they finally say that it's like not real on it. Turquoise is difficult to find. I've always wanted, what is it, Sleeping Beauty from the Sleeping Beauty mine, that type of turquoise, but I don't know. I was more obsessed with getting a Shatukite that was from, where was it? In Arizona. There's a haunted hospital I wanted. Anyway, I got some. I'm just weird. I'm hoping. I don't think I posted that reading here. That one might be a Moon Moth Manor only reading, obviously, because it's 2 to the U. Yeah, I think things will ease up, but not before they get worse. I do think things are going to be all like batten down the hatches and can't say shit, right? Because you look over the UK, I think, and they lock up people for memes. Like, that's terrible. Come on, nobody. Of course, I got in trouble on Facebook. You know, when Newsom was saying you can't have anybody over for Thanksgiving, I posted a meme of, what's his name? Oh, dagnabbit, I said his name earlier today. Why I'm saying serial killer names all day long. Jeffrey Dahmer, and it was a meme of him saying, don't tell me how many people I can have on Thanksgiving. I got in trouble on Facebook for that. I thought it was funny. Apparently not. Can't have any funny. Is there any controversy to the Cranberries lead singer? I don't know. I'll put it down. We can look into that. I don't know if anything happened with her 15 beans, but we'll check it out. I did a reading on her too. I don't remember what came of that. That's in the Manor as well. Oh, yeah. I did a reading I added that into the reading on her. Yeah. Sacrifice. What? Okay. Did you hear the what? The UK police asked people to report people living lavishly but no jobs or income, and thousands reported the royal family. I so would too. I've been like, get out of here. That's right, J. Edgar Hoover. So that's why LAPD created the group over here to compete with J. Edgar Hoover. He didn't like it either. I got to do a reading. Let me write that down. That dude, J. Edgar Hoover, needs a reading. If you know scuttlebutt about J. Edgar Hoover of like rumors, salacious gossip, besides him wearing the women's clothes, but other things, like maybe you've read a bio on him. I have not. go to my website, find the contact link at the bottom of the page, and send me an email about J. Edgar Hoover. What shady stuff you know about him. He intrigues me immensely. He is like a little revenge man. Yes, Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot. I love the deck. I had to color it in, though. Where's my rip? I don't even know how it happened. I mean, it's so sad. So I sort of colored it in, but I had to add tape. I don't know. You can't even really see it. I think it fits in close enough. I'll probably have to replace it. Thank you, 15 Beans. I like that name. Yes, that's the thing. LAPD, like, I know most people would be like, duh, but I didn't realize how shady LAPD was like all the way back then. I mean, just reading about LAPD and how tight they were with the Kennedys and how they were providing private security. Yeah, we're going to provide private security for you while you're in town for JFK, RFK. And it's like, but at the same time, we're, how many bitches are you banging? Oh, yeah, we're going to write that down in our books and we're going to go wire stuff. And oh, terrible. But I mean, at the same point, I would do it too. I'd be like, oh, yeah, they had how many chicks here tonight? Which ones? Yes, let's document it. And then in this book, the RFK Killed Marilyn book, whatever it is, I think Rothmiller is the guy who wrote it. And they're just talking about like how Marilyn was just passed around. I think even was it Khrushchev? And I was like, what? Terrible. Welcome, Suzette. Welcome. Lee Radswell and her were they? I didn't know they were the world-class hooers. I did not know. Lee Radswell. How is that tight? Oh, I know. They're all the Jackie thingies, whatever. Laurel, keep meaning to tell you not to go to TikTok. Content creators leaving in droves due to really? See, we had that whole idea where I did the reading, like, can I go to TikTok? And it looked like TikTok was starting to get like okay, but I was still scared to go. Well, if they're all leaving in droves, interesting that they'd be locking it down over there because TikTok's not a U.S. corporation, right? Although, who knows? We might get locked down here. It'll get better. I'm not that worried. I just think it's going to be for a while. Yvette used to remote view a few years, started, then stopped. Weird. We all go through our little times. Hello, Lisa Marie. Hello. Reading on Tartaria. Okay. See, this is one I can't even pronounce the damn thing, but we'll put it on the list. I'll have to I don't know what it is. I don't know if I've done a reading on Dogman. I would buy it now. I'm at the point where I'm like, oh yeah, totally. I'll write down Dogman because I'm just like, after I read on, what was it, the Sasquatch or something? Because I was like, I don't think so. And I'm like, witches who graduated from strumpet to sex bot magician. I don't know that. Well, I hope you feel better with your back. Back issues. No joke. They don't feel good. Terrible. I know what you mean. Thank you. I'm going to get that. Instead of getting, like, I don't have enough subscribers to get a YouTube play button. I'll just make my own that says best snarky tarot reader. Take that, all you people who hate. Tarot time with Tina. Thank you. Welcome. I hope you're having fun over here, hanging out. Oh, yeah, DMV. Gosh, that... why can they... This is my whole thing, too. California website. All the California websites, right? Because business owner, you have to pay taxes, and you have to go register, and then you have to do all these different things, right? You go to their websites, and I swear, it's like, I don't know, 90s GeoCity technology, like, stop. At this point, like, go get a, I don't know, Squarespace website. That'd be 10 times better than the shit we got now. It's just like, What year are we living in, California? I know they took all the money and put it into our high-speed railroad that will never come around. Never. Oh, the government secret mountain retreat when they cause war and they run and hide. Oh, dude, I'm kind of intrigued by, is that Mountain Dulce or near Dulce base or whatever? Like people have seen that mountain like, I don't know. Maybe. I think it's weird. You can't find those token button things. Okay, so I'm trying to think. I've been trying to be very diligent in putting, if there's a video recently, like I'll say the last few weeks, I've been putting underneath in the description box links to the tokens. Oh, I have it right here. Okay, so this is an affiliate link. So just so you know, if you purchase it, I will earn affiliate income. It's not much, but you know. So they are called, you can also go onto Etsy and look for it. I believe he, I don't know who runs the shop. It is called the Telltale Tokens. I'm going to post the whole thing down here. Hopefully the link shows up, but if it doesn't, you can go on Etsy and it's Tell, Tale, tokens. Eye of the Beholder. I think that's the shop. I'm not sure. Marla. Hello. Welcome. I think everything's poisoned. I think so. You know what? I started using non-fluoride toothpaste. I was using toothpaste. What was it? Mint brand? No. Hello brand. They had turmeric toothpaste. And then they discontinued it just when I got used to that taste. Because turmeric's really good for you. Ginger's really good for you. Turmeric and ginger shots, orange juice. I was making those for a while. But so now I have the Hello mint flavored non-fluoride toothpaste. But yeah, like dentist might be a racket too. Like I ain't going to the doctor. If something happens to me, I'm not going to the doctor unless my limbs start falling off and I just want them to cauterize. I don't know. I'm not going. I don't trust any of these bastards. That's in the Moon Moth Manor. I did do a reading on him. I think I think there's one on the airplane crash accident, whatever they're calling. Yeah, I did do a reading on that. There might be another reading on him too. I can't remember. This is at some point in the future, darlings, when the economy gets better and I can hire me an assistant or two. I'm going to have someone go document all my things and my readings so we know what I've read on, that kind of stuff. And when, where can we find it? Because I can't find all that. Yes, a cairn, a Barker, important spot of memory. So they have on Balmoral. See, like I know people left in the comments are like, well, Balmoral actually means this, that, and the other thing, right? Official definition. So yes, it does. But I was thinking of it like ball, like, and let me see my notes because I do have a few things over here on the cairns. The stone cairns at Balmoral Castle are a series of structures that serve as tributes to significant events and figures within the British royal family, particularly during the reign of Queen Victoria. Cairns are seen as bridges between the living and the dead, or between human and spirits. They can be places where one connects with ancestors, offering a tangible link to the past and the wisdom it holds. Kind of like how I view headstones in a cemetery. Like I've always used to think that, I know, people say like, you go to the cemetery, there's not there many ghosts there, right? Okay, maybe not. But at the same point, I also used to think of it as like, well, if I want to like connect with somebody, maybe I go over to their headstone. It's kind of like our meeting place. That's how I think of it. Although now I think about it, I don't need to go to any place. But if it's for a spooky factor, I might go. Anyhow, some people believe cairns have mystical properties, such as aligning with ley lines or other earth energies, enhancing their spiritual significance. They might be placed at points of power or where the veil between the worlds is thin. I looked up. There supposedly is not any, I don't know, how are they actually determined ley lines? I think ley lines are determined, but who knows? Maybe it's a spooky council that determines the ley lines. And that spooky council, or whoever they are, if there are people like that, have not said that they found any over there. But I'm saying there's a shit ton of Karens over there on that property. And I'm starting to think this is not just about, how much she loved Albert. And I think there was, who was it? One of her BFF butlers or some shit. She put a Karen up for him. And then one of these other dudes, I don't know, which they all have the same damn name and can't keep them straight. And one of them is like, get that off our property. I don't like him. I don't know. Just saying. So that's why I want to do that reading because I don't trust these people. In 2012, a cairn was built to commemorate Queen Elizabeth II's Diamond Jubilee, consisting of 60 stones, one for each year of her reign. Fuck off. Okay. Anyway, we're going to read on that. Oh, Cheyenne Mountain. That sounds familiar. Let me write that down. Is that the one where the top pops off? I don't think it is. I don't know. Maybe it is. I think it's Superstition Mountains. Those are kind of crazy too. See, oh, there's my Anna. Love you. Miss you. Hope you're feeling better. Yeah, fluoride. Don't do it. No bueno. Holistic dentistry is a thing. I'm going to have to look it up. I want to look up holistic everything because, like I said, I'm not interested in going anymore. Oh, yeah. I totally think that too because, I think about people are like, they'll talk about like, oh my God, don't do that because you're going to die of that or whatever. And it's like, I could get hit by a bus. I could get hit by some ding dong driving around town. I could have it already in my genes. I got exposed to it as a kid. I don't know, asbestos in the classroom, or maybe it's all the shit I eat, the lunch meat, and they put some weird shit in. Who knows? I can get poisoned by everything. Go to the gas station. Oh, did you know this gas tank and this pumping device has been known to cause cancer in the state of California? Like, I don't know. Spin the wheel of fortune. Something's going to grab me in the ass and take me to the other side. At this point, I'm like, F it. I don't care. Because you see people who are like living healthy lifestyles and they like do healthy shit that I don't do. And then they end up like kicking it anyway. Not into it. Let's see. Fluoride is a waste that comes from phosphorus mining and is too toxic to dispose of in the ground. So they put it in the water. Makes sense. I bet. It's funny because I don't know I think they put chlorine in our water. We have terrible water. Not like we can save rainwater here or build anyway. But I smell it every week when they refill the chlorine or whatever shit they put in the water. Like I'm washing dishes and I'm like, ugh, God. When your teeth go bad, so does your brain. Well, shit. I'm totally effed on that behalf. Like I said, half of these in here, they're crowns. But that's all right. That's all right. Maybe it helps me tune in. Watch the water. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to worry about any of it. So who's going to be El Presidente? Mr. T! Oh, God, now I got to leave this live stream now. Get me out of here. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Severe gum disease, teeth falling out, yet looked after my teeth. I used to look after my teeth too. See, I think they're all liars. Tijuana is my hometown. I only went there when I was a kid. I don't remember much. I just remember that people didn't obey traffic rules. People were like making left turns out of right lanes. That's what I remember. So I was thinking that would be a scary place to drive. Maybe they've changed it, but people do that shit here in California, so nobody obeys rules. So, yes, I believe the original HAG, HRC, is already gone. I don't know what version we're on. It's kind of like what version of Corn Pop are we on? To all the Joes we've seen before. Yeah, I don't think she's around either. Yeah, a lot of them are gone. See, now I don't know. That's interesting because what was the other thing? They won't take RFK Jr. off some of the ballots either. And then I was like, well, then you can't take Biden off some of the ballots either, right? It's just like, it's going to be a whole clusterfuck. That's interesting. Okay, so I did a reading on Mariah a while ago for the Moon Moth Manor. That's exclusive to them because I couldn't put that on Tube of the U. And a lot of what I got in that reading, I don't believe I looked into the mom, but I did look into the sister and the allegations that she made, and I got for sure eyes wide shut shit. This recent thing, I'm gonna write it down because I'm like, Mariah's mom and sister, same day. That's sus. But she's already at the top. So now I'm like wondering if she's already at the top in terms of her game, why would we vote two of them off the island? Unless maybe it's a coincidence. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, thank you, Anna. Hearts. Love you. Let me see what else. Oh. Do you think Taylor Swift's mad about the Dems making a Swifties for I don't know. I just did a reading for the Moon Moth Manor. I can't put up on YouTube either. Someone asked, I didn't think about this, but somebody asked if she was born as the opposite. So I did do that reading, but I don't know what's up with Taylor Swift. I saw recently she's not going to get mad at whoever this Mahomes chick is. I don't know. They're going to just make a pact not to talk about politics. Whatever. I don't know. What can anybody tell me? What is this hand job dancing shit they're doing? I feel like such an old person. What are they doing? What is that? And then you see Nancy Pelosi all 1, 2, yeah. Like, what are they doing? I don't even get it. I get it. So we will rock you. And I get that they're doing this and passing it. To what? I don't know. Maybe I haven't seen the full video. I don't know what they're doing. Every time I see it, I just think they're all jerking off something. And then I rewind to watch Nancy Pelosi mouth 1, 2, because I'm like, I had too much gin today. I can't count that high. We better keep it to 2 each. Okay. You think people arrested for Matthew Perry's death will be convicted? Oh, yeah, I do. I do think they're going to be convicted. And I don't even think they're the ones that are like, I think there's people higher up the ladder. She's something. She's something, all right. She's a part of the crew, for sure. Yep. She's right there with how I got like with Kim K. Yeah, I think it depends on the crystal. So Moldavite don't do shit for me. Azurite, I like it. I like my Dianite. I like certain other ones. I think it depends until you find your crystal. For a while, I was like obsessed with Tiger Eye. I mean, I love Tiger Eye, but that reading on Nelia, is that how you say her name? Joe Biden's first wife. That is in the Moon Moth Manor. The car crash reading. There's there's at least 2 readings on there's a car crash reading, and then there was a reading I did on how Joe came into power. So those are in the Moon Moth Manor, for sure. That disturbing. That was disturbing readings. Can't touch hematite. Ooh, that's interesting. I haven't had that with hematite. I know some people have said they've asked about rocks for grounding. And so I usually say you want to get hematite. Hematite's super grounding. I like it, but I don't know. I crave to be grounded. I don't know. And then the next level up, so not so grounding, would be black tourmaline, or maybe obsidian. But yeah, hematite, I love it. I don't know. I just Paul Walker. I don't remember if I've done a reading on him or not. I don't know. I'll have to look and see. I put it on the list. I'll put it on the list. Linda said, I don't think Wade was hired to kill those girls. I think he went rogue and went on drug binge. Murder for hire was prior. Oh, definitely Dead Eyes. That is so weird. The fangirls. Like, part of me is like, this is why I don't like doing reading on like Taylor Swift and putting it on to the U. Or like, every once in a while I'll do a Meghan and Harry reading, but I hate it now because they have their little fangirls, fanboys, fan whatevers. Oh my God, she's a saint. Oh, I'd love her. Anything she does, she farts in a bottle, I'm going to buy it. Like, stop. Why are you obsessed with these people? They don't even know you exist. And if they saw you in public, they wouldn't acknowledge you. So I don't know why he's got fangirls, but I assume it's kind of like that Ted Bundy vibe thing. Just saying. Yes. So I said it in my video, but you guys aren't going to see my video today. It comes out later. So I have 3 new decks coming. They're not here yet. I don't even think they've shipped yet. They should be here soon. But one of them is Oracle deck with song lyrics. As you guys know, I like my songs and I sing my songs, and it's 80, 90 song lyrics in this deck that's coming. So yeah, I'm excited. The other one's a mini deck that we talked about making on, I think, the last live or something. So I did make a mini deck, and then I have another Oracle deck. So they are coming. Yes, I did do a reading on Michael Hutchins from NXS. That's also in the Moon Moth Manor. That was really dark. And I believe I also looked into Peaches, Geldof. I looked into Geldof the dude. And then who's Michael's lady? I looked into the whole thing. I'm pretty sure I looked into the whole thing. Oh, I'm looking for some good paintings. I'm looking for creepy paintings. Yeah, I don't think they're Muerto. I am probably like 1000% convinced on that one too. Like, I'm convinced, like, the other way, that, you know, Chuck, King Sausage Fingers gone, Kate gone, HRC not the original anymore, BJ Clinton probably. Yeah, that I Love Lucy reading. Oh, that was creepy. I was not expecting that. And it's like, it's interesting too, because, like, you guys know, like, I talked to Desi. Well, not in a while. I haven't been out walking by his house in a while, but I like it. I like talking to him. He's a friendly dude. I still need to do the Beatles reading on them too, because that's one of those interesting things to me. Sometimes comedians have a little dark in them. Oh, I have a little dark in me too. Well, that was more like Herman Munster dark. Okay, except I'm not that tall. I have Doc Martens. I don't have clodhoppers. Like, I should get shoes like Herman Munster. Then I would be taller. Gosh, I don't think creepers, or whatever we called them back in the day, I don't know. Are they popular anymore? Probably not. Oh my gosh, it's almost 8 o'clock. I'm going to have to head off of here soon. I'm going to have to eat some food. Anybody else finding that pickles are just not as good as they used to be? I'm just saying. Interesting, isn't it? It's weird. Like, you know what else is weird? There is this helicopter that flies, and it just goes like in certain patterns, and it's like a big ass, like, I would consider it like a military type helicopter, not something like normal people or even news stations would have. It's like big helicopter. And the dude, like, flies patterns. He goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Filling gems, filling gems, filling gems. Anyway, I think that's a local TV commercial from my youth. Anyhow, I wonder, and then they're not marked. When I track them on the radar, and they're not marked if they show up. So, I got to read on Kirk Douglas, because maybe you don't remember. I barely remember. There was that lady who went missing, and she was, I don't know how famous she actually got, but she was like in Hollywood trying to make it. I don't think she went full star, but I think she had it interacted with Kirk Douglas. I think she interacted with somebody else. She went missing. She left her daughter at home, had her sister watch her daughter. She left, and then the lady disappeared. I want to look into that story again. I can't remember what that was. And then looking into him being with Natalie Wood, and I think there's all sorts of like shady stories about Kirk Douglas. But then it starts to make sense, because remember, Michael Douglas used to be a sex addict. I mean, they probably all are. I remember. Like, see, then it pops into my head, Kenny Rogers, going into debt over like phone sex lines. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying the random shit that's in my head. Um, into turquoise and amber. I'm getting closer that I want more. I have chrysocolla and quartz. This is like one of my favorite pieces, and I'll show you why. So let's see if the camera gets this. See that piece of quartz right there? Oh, come on. There's a quartz. Like, it's just chunks of quartz. I mean, so I'm always like, it's like one of my touchstones. Yeah. What happened to that dork? Mother Teresa's son. What happened to him? I did do a reading on that. I think that's just going in the Manor too, because I don't know. I'm afraid if I put that up here, maybe I'll see if I'll put it up here on the mosquito. I suffice to say, I wouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about it. Just get some spray, good spray. Oh, Jerome. I would like to go to the Jerome Hotel. I would like to go to the town. I'd also like to go to the other place, Virginia City. I'd like to go there. The mountain, I don't know where it is that I'm thinking of that has a brrr. I don't know. I was watching, it was something on Gaia. I watched it a while. Opal's lovely. It does fade in sunlight. I love my opal. This is like one of my favorite things I love to wear, this opal piece. Yeah. Amber is not an actual crystal. It is not. It's tree resin, but it is good for, well, I gave some amber to my father-in-law when we went to a ghost hunt on the Queen Mary. He wanted to see ghosts, but I was paranoid and I gave him amber and he didn't have a ghostly experience. I did. I got scratched, but I didn't have any amber. I gave it to him. Okay. Our VP on the hyena, you want a reading on her? Okay. Yeah, I guess I haven't read on her specifically. I can do a reading on her. Terrible. Yeah, I want to go. I totally want to go. I want to stay there. Yeek. Next month or near full. I always say I'm not good with timing. I think it's going to happen before the end of the year, but we're in September, October, November, December, whatever. It'll be soon. Oh, that would be interesting. Kind of like I want to go to a salt cave just to see. Jerome was an old copper mining town. I have this thing now. I like mining towns. I think it's just because, but then I don't know. There's a whole thing about, I have theories about like water and mining and minerals and certain minerals that conducting energy and all that kind of stuff. Crows are going crazy outside my house. They better not be. The crows cannot be earthquake harbingers. One time, my dad, years ago, the crows were in the backyard. They were in the orange trees, and he shot at a crow with a BB gun. I know, but he was tired of listening to him. Well, don't ever shoot at a crow with a BB gun because they bring back all of their homies, and then they go nuts, and they won't leave you alone. They won't. And if their friend dies in your yard from natural causes, they don't leave you alone. They do not. No, I have not done an updating reading on who the AC is. I guess I should. It's funny. I still see people leaving comments on that video, and they all seem to know more than I do. I never claim that I know it all, that my readings are 100% accurate. I don't claim that. But it is funny when some people are like, no, I know for a fact that it's Prince William. Okay, great. Thanks. I don't know. We did do a reading on negative blood type people. That's in the Manor. I don't remember what we got out of that reading. There's something special about negative blood type people, but I can't remember what we got out of it. How crooked is Maxine? She's got to be super crooked. God. She's super crooked. I don't even think I don't even think I want to read on her. She's a terrible human. Gene of the Decodes implied that Tartaria, is that it, was also Timeline's client. Could be. I don't know. I don't even know what I would, if a timeline collided, would I know? I don't know. Kennedys are fallen angels. JFK was Lucy. Yeah, I don't know. Kennedys are like shady bunch. Like I know there's a lot of like people who are like, oh my god, and then at the same time, I don't know, because it's like the terrible treatment of women. Then you go down all the lines, Ted and Chappaquiddick, and then JFK and banging all those bitches. Go back to the dad bootlegger. I mean, I don't know. Um, yeah, we are feudal society, but yeah, the royal families are just, God, they're entertainment. Is David Blaine still around? I don't know. Why do I think in my mind that he's a man hooer? Why do I think that? He lives in Vegas, right? I don't know. I don't know. Something weird about that guy. Like I like watching his magic tricks, but I don't know. Thank you. I love you all. I don't single anybody out. I love you all, except for the haters. And you can go pound sand. How do we feel about grounding? Grounding, muy importante. Yeah, grounding is very important. You need to go do it if you can. If like say if it's going to be like wintertime and it's snowing outside, you can't go put your feet in the ground, then you get you some black rocks, put them in your pockets, ground yourself that way. Or if you can go hug a tree trunk for a while, that works. In the meantime, it's important to get your feet out of your shoes, your rubber soles and whatnot, and stick your feet on the actual earth. Muy importante. I've never tried a grounding mat, although it sounds intriguing. Same time, I'm afraid I'm gonna electrocute myself. So, no, they do not, Astral Lady. I was doing it for a while. I was doing readings on Sister Wives all the time because that's one of my guilty things I watch. Just like Housewives, Sister Wives. I'm excited for the new season because, but people like some people liked my readings, but it wasn't a big draw. Surprisingly, I don't know. I'm obsessed with apparently Sister Wives culture, and no, I don't have a desire for having any sister wives. I thought about brother husbands, but my husband's not into it, and I don't really. God, I'm not looking for another, hoedown partner in the bed. I don't need that. I just want like an extra one to be like my handyman. So I probably should just hire a handyman. I don't. Yeah, I just. Yeah, I think we're gonna have some problem with the app soon. I do think we are. We are. Um, be careful with gift cards. Oh, were we talking about gift cards? Don't buy them from anywhere. Yeah, I don't know. Bought the buttons a month ago on Etsy. Yeah, they've revised. The buttons are different than the ones that I have now, slightly. Divine Pathways Jen, she was telling me she got the new ones. She said they're slightly different. What's this one? Can you do your reading on Plattsburgh Air Force Base? Closed 20 years ago. Can you hear noise and summer sounds come underground? Oh, I've never heard of this. Let me write that down. Plattsburgh, AFB, and Lake Champlain. Champlain. Why do I feel like that? I hope that's not up in the Finger Lakes area. I don't know why that hit came to me. It's David Copperfield in the Eyes Wide Shut. I'd assume he was at some point. I don't even know. I'm curious because I think he's really full of himself. I'll do a reading on him. JJ Gems, howdy. I make your own toothpaste. I will not do that. I barely made my pumpkin spice flavoring today to make homemade pumpkin spice lattes. So I don't know. It's just so hard for me to make things. And the deodorant, I wish I could. I did buy the secret deodorant with no aluminum in it. I'm hoping that's good. Who knows? At this point, I'm like, well, I'm going to risk the deodorant just so I don't stink. I'm just saying, like, it might kill me. Put it on my obituary. Alycia died from poisoned deodorant, using that for over however many years. I'm still working on trying to get an animatronic corpse for my funeral. I've got somebody lined up to text people after they attend my funeral to say thank you for coming. That's set up. But animatronic corpse, I'm still hoping. I'm hoping like by the time that I kick the bucket, I can get that happening because I should record just in case. Record me like I'm going to be like a Zoltar and I could tell fortunes at my funeral, but I'd like to have it so I could at least like move a hand or something. Maybe I'll do Pope blessings. You are blessed. You are blessed. Welcome. That would be funny. Can you imagine? That funeral would make the news for sure. Oh, I got to do the reading on Tesla too. I know I'm going to write all these notes. I'll check it with my other notes of things I'm going to do. Yes, I did. I did do a reading on it. I don't know if that's one I privated or not. I don't know how old it was. Like there's a lot of videos I privated because the quality is kind of but it was not a popular read with everybody, the armchair quarterbacks of the world. So just saying. I know. It was not bad morals. I think it's bad morals. I also think it's like worship of Baal. They're El Diablo. Thank you, Sylvia. I like New Jersey. I didn't know when I went there, you can't pump your own gas, or at least when I went. I tried to pump my own gas. And they're like, get back in the car. I'm like, what? So weird. I think we're all gifted. I do. I think it depends on how much you want to put into developing that gift. That's what I think it is. I know some people will say, yeah, we don't all have gifts. And some people say, yes, we all have gifts. I think we all have gifts. I think it just depends on how diligent do you want to study and learn and tune in and pay attention to the sign symbols and all that kind of stuff that goes on around the world. Yeah, I don't sell the tokens. There's a link in the chat somewhere, so you can go get it. But you can look at recent videos that I use them in. TELLTALE tokens. That would be on Etsy. So I do have that. Mr. Brown. I don't know about Mr. Brown. Mr. Willie Brown? I don't know. Wait, is Willie Brown's wife coming to the debate? Did I hear that, Scuttlebutt? Oh, cemeteries are kind of quiet. I think it depends on the cemetery, though. I will say that because, okay, back in the day, like I've told you guys before, like I used to be a part of this grave hunting group where we go and find celebrity graves and take pictures of them. And we'd have annual dinners. Like one year we had an annual dinner. Why am I talking like this? It's a pumpkin spice latte. At the Hollywood Roosevelt in the room where they had the original Oscars. And then another year we had the dinner inside the chapel that's been featured in a lot of shows at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. Anyhow, and then we also got like they let us peek. It was probably like, don't tell anyone, you'll get in trouble. He let us peek into Marion Davies' crypt. It looks like a crypt. There's nothing exciting in it. But that cemetery is a little, there's a little there in some of the mausoleums. So I'll just say that. There's like, yeah. And then like Rose Hills up there, there's a mausoleum up at the top of Rose Hills that I think is kind of, And then I was hearing like all these rumors about Tommy Lasorda, who I believe is buried in Rose Hills. And I want to do a reading on him because I think he might be a dirty bird, which would tie into current politics with Steve Garvey running. So there's that, but I haven't done that yet. Hi, Teresa. God, I voted to recall his ass. I don't think they count our votes here. I'm just saying. Watch. YouTube's like, you're done now. He's going to have to leave sooner or later. He's been here forever. He's going to have to leave sooner or later. He is such a turd. Every time I see American Psycho, I've had enough of him. Oh, is that the same mountain where they put all the like records or the original recordings? No. Is it? No, there's another name for that. Okay, anyway. Well, welcome, Lisa. I didn't announce I was going to come on. I just decided I'm going to come hang out, and because if I try to schedule it, I probably won't make it. I can't get my schedule together. You would be correct, Carrie. They do have Hunger Games, probably at Balmoral, because they're doing it at the other places. Oregano oil kills all respiratory viruses. I don't doubt it. I've been reading some interesting things about nicotine lately. Just saying. Yep. Yeah. I don't want to take no pills. I'm just, thank God right now, I'm just on vitamins and taking my minerals and all sorts of stuff. But, and my shungite water. But beyond that, I mean, let's be honest here, folks. I am going to be drinking my dry Riesling. Sorry, I am going to be drinking that. Although I wish I could find something else that I could drink that didn't have such a high alcohol content, but was dry, but I could like chug it like beer. Like I used to love beer. Oh, me and the white trash beer, I'd drink that shit up. I know. But wine? Anyway, let's see. What else do we have? I want to make sure I'm not missing anything before I have to get out of here, because I said I was going to get out of here because I have to eat some dinner. All right, let me put up there new scum recall. I don't even know if there's a current recall on the turd. So look on JJ Gems. Go on Mariah's sister. There's a video on the X. If I remember, let me write it down. X. I'll read whatever the fuck it's, retweet it. I don't know what we're calling it. Repost it. Mariah's sister video. I believe I bookmarked it for that reading I wanted to do. Okay. So you can go follow me on the Twitters. I occasionally repost. I don't really post that much right now. I'm a scroller and a looker. Thank you, Suzette. I appreciate it. Yes, totally is. If Harry was to kick the bucket, where would he be buried? Good question. Now, if I was just thinking, I'm like, where would they be buried? Like, say if they're going to do California, like the ultimate in California, I think would be Forest Lawn, Glendale, because that's where Michael Jackson is, and he is in the Great Mausoleum. You can't get into the Great Mausoleum. Well, you can get in and look at the general for the public section. You can't get into like the Michael Jackson area or the other ones unless you happen to know someone who is buried there. And then you have to tell them, hey, I'm coming to see Uncle Joe. And then they have to look on their list to see if you actually have an Uncle Joe. That's how we used to get inside the Great Mausoleum, because somebody in our group actually had someone buried in there, or in a mausoleum, in a columbarium. Not buried, but you know what I mean. That would be a place if you want to be locked up and feeling like you're a hoity-toity. You go there. I mean, I would that place is kind of cool. I haven't been there in a while. It's too far to drive to, and there's too much traffic. Pelosi needs super glue, not poly. I think she needs some poly grip. I think so. She needs another thing of ice cream, another fridge of ice cream. She needs some more wine. Yeah, she needs a lot of that. Death is not cool. Okay. I'm kind of intrigued by death. I wanted to become a mortician. And yeah. Thank you. We love my crystal shop on Etsy. So if you want to buy stuff internationally, Etsy would be the place. I don't know if I have the crystals for sale international, though, because that's kind of a weird thing. I did not realize. Kind of like my deck of cards, the True Crime and Conspiracy deck. There's a certain country I found out I can't ship them to. It's like, too risque. So I don't know. Black Obsidian. Oh, hola, Jennifer. Hola, ¿qué tal? The Brazilian Crash. That's a new one. It's like all the doctors they had there, and then him. Interesting. That was a terrible crash. No, I have not looked into the theories. Let me write that down. Dude, I got a whole list of stuff I got to look into. Well, we got a long weekend. I'll look into it. Desi was a big flirt. Desi's still a big flirt. Can you do a reading on celebrities we would have no idea they're involved in Eyes Wide Shut, or ones we wouldn't think? That would be tough, because it's like I'm not necessarily, when I'm doing readings, I'm not like getting names. So that would be hard. It's kind of almost one of those things. I just kind of have to have names suggested to me, and we'll look into it. In general, if they have any big level of success, I'm thinking they're Eyes Wide Shut. Crystals. Magic of crystal. I got to do a video on crystals. Somebody asked if I did a crystal course. I did, but it was for interior designers. I need to do just a basic crystal course, but you can learn about crystals in the Moon Moth Manor, but maybe I do like a larger course. I'm not sure, but crystals, essentially. If you're part of the Moon Moth Manor, you'll find out. But your body has many different frequencies. It has all sorts of different, like your heart is a different thing than your brain, and right? Crystals have a dominant oscillatory rate. So whatever their frequency is, it's constant, right? Like think about a heart monitor, but like not a heart, like a engine that's finely tuned. Doot, doot, doot. They have that. That's what helps bring our body back into balance. And there's different rates, as I said. So that's the whole thing of like why you want to bring a crystal into your energy zone. But there's more to it than that. But I'm getting ready to pop off. Can I do a reading on, I think I have. I think it's in the Moon Moth Manor. I think I have. Long Beach has a ghost tour? I'll have to check it out. I haven't been down there. Jean Spangler. That's it! Jean Spangler. I got to do that reading on Jean Spangler. That's her name. Good old Jean Spangler. I would love to go to Trans-Allegheny. I would love to. This is my next thing. I'm obsessed with, like, I watch Barrier Beyond. I think I've told you guys that before. They're on YouTube. I would love to go on a ghost hunt with them and then just do like reading the cards while we're there, because they were just at this last place, it's some haunted house, like a regular person's house. And they were getting that there's a spirit of a grandma and a son. And I don't know if there's a third person, but I was like, now I'm like, what's their story? I want to know what their story is. So I'm like, oh, dude, I'd love to go do that. I don't want to go to any El Diablo places. Airport carrier, the Hornet. Yeah, I haven't been to the Hornet. It's on my list of things I want to do. I want to go out to, what is it? There's an Air Force base over here I want to go to, because I'm pretty sure it's haunted. Marianne, thanks for hanging out. I'm sure you've gone already because it's late. Getting late. It's getting late. Channing Tatum, Eyes Wide Shut. I'd assume so. I assume so. Yeah, I don't think it's William. I don't think Big Willie Style is the main one. I don't think it. Oh, Amanda Bynes, that poor thing. I think she just got chewed up and spit out by the Eyes Wide Shut crew. Terrible. Terrible, terrible. No, I have not. Let me write down this person's name. Did I already write that person's name down? I did. Okay. I already wrote that. I do remember some things. I don't know. Okay. My gosh, thank you guys for all your comments. I'm sorry. I'm just like, I'm clicking through comments. We're just sitting here and chilling and talking and having fun. Pumpkin spice in the spice section. I had to make my own today. I had to make my own, using the allspice and the ginger and the cloves and the da-da-da-da. Yes, the discipline. That is the whole thing when you're working on opening and, refining your gifts. It's a discipline and making it like a daily practice. And then that's the whole thing. You start like making connections and things start clicking. And if I was going by this dumb guy I used to work with that we called the Sasquatch, but he would always make this line. He'd say, "Are your synapses snapping?" He's such a dick. Anyway, he was hairier than a mofo, but essentially you will get your synapses snapping. Janine hangs out in cemeteries? Huh. I need to go. We don't have it. Well, we do have a good cemetery, but I'm afraid to go there because I'm like paranoid I'm going to get shot over there. Because I want to go to an old cemetery. Because, yeah. True story. True story. Not as much. Giant eels. Oh, the Loch Ness might be giant eels. Could be. Oh, let me write this down. Gypsy Circus has some dry ciders. Very tasty. That reminds me, right in the heart of the 2020, I was drinking dry ciders. There was one that I loved. It was my favorite. And then you know what? They discontinued it. And I am not the person who goes and messages brands about their products that I can't find. I message these people. I was like, is it coming back? No response. Just gone. Just gone. Lookout Mountain in Laurel Canyon. What? Let's look into that. That's interesting. I've never heard of that. Lookout Mountain, Laurel Canyon. I don't even know if I've been to Laurel Canyon, although I'm curious about that guy's house. Secret movie studio. You know, like all the paranormal people go to that guy's house. It's not Sharon Tate's house, but her ghost supposedly is over there. Curious about that. But thank you, JJ Gems, about the Gypsy Circus. I'm going to look into it and see if I can find it. Yeah, lots of Hollywoods buried at Glendale. A lot of them are at Hollywood, Forest Lawn, Hollywood as well. Not as many. That one's kind of a meh in terms of finding some stars. But in Hollywood Forever's pretty good. Oh, and then Westwood, because that's where they just put Richard Simmons. The Hollywood Forever is where Anne Heche is. I haven't been there in a while. I have done a reading on Gypsy Rose. I think I did a couple on her and her mother. Yeah, I've done readings on JFK Jr. I don't think I included the wife and sister in it, but I did do a reading on the crash. That was, I think that's only in the Moon Moth Manor. Sarah Winchester. How nuts was she? Or did she really see spirits? I swear I did a reading on the Winchester Mystery House as well. I did. That's on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it is on my channel. So, you guys keep asking about Salvador Dali. Salvador Dali. Let me see what this one. He described his painting Angelus that the couple were his parents who wanted to kill and eat him. What the? Ugh. Well, this has already gotten more intriguing for me. Parents want to eat. When I go to read these notes later, I'll be like, and I'm not drunk. I know some people think I'm drunk. I'm just naturally cooped out like this. Sorry. Yvette's got to fix her third eye. It's glued shut. All right. So I'm just going to scroll through. I'm sorry. Hi, Dog Mom. Good to see you. I'm sorry. Yeah, I have to read on Mariah. I still got to do that. And Black Dahlia. I want to say I did, but that might be an old reading. That one of those ones that, my camera's like blurry as all get out. I think I have that on my list to read, Kara. I think that's on my list to read, but I haven't gotten to it yet. Will Yellowstone blow? I don't know. Is Yellowstone connected to the San Andreas Fault? Might. Lookout Mountain. Movie's doing was very clandestine. Oh my gosh. Michael Landon. I saw his grave. Well, he's in a wall, but that was a different cemetery. I don't know of anything about Michael Landon. I don't know. Was he shady or something? I'll see if there's something about it. Do I do private readings? Okay, so we're going to end on this. Thank you, Jen. I do private readings currently. If you want a private reading, I'll have to check the quantity on the things. But I'm doing email readings only right now. So that means you choose 1 question, 2 question, 3 question, whichever, and put it in there, type it in there. And then I'm going to do a reading. So I'm going to pull the cards. And then I'm going to take a picture of it with my handy dandy phone. I'm going to send you a picture of your cards that I pulled and I'm typing out what the reading is for you. So if you want that reading, that you can book right now. I don't like someone earlier was asking like, oh, I asked to be notified for a business reading. I'm not doing the video readings right now. My schedule's kind of up in the air because the offspring's going to college and that's kind of messing with my schedule right now. So that's what's going on. So you can go to my website, you can book a private email reading and I can send that to you. But yeah, I need to, at some point, I'll open up the books again and we'll do some video readings again. But yeah, right now it's just email. Okay. So let me check in. Dave McGowan has some interviews online. Huh. Interesting. Oh, Marlon Brando. I think he's a pervert. I don't know, but I feel like he's a pervert. I feel there's something wrong with him and that daughter. Anyway, night, you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I will take funniest tarot reader on Tube of the U. I will definitely take it. Oh, Kathy Hilton's Lookout Mountain, Witch Mountain. Oh, who knows? God, all these ones. So, yeah, I'm currently reading the Bobby Kennedy Killed Marilyn book. I think Roth Miller is the name of the author on it. I did a reading on Tom Hanks. That is in the Moon Moth Manor. No bueno. I did do a reading on that. That's coming up. I did a reading on the millionaire's yacht that went down and his friend that had the car crash accident, or the car crashed into him. I got a reading on that. So that'll be coming down the pike next week. Oh, yeah, Kim Richards. Yeah, I'll figure out the mountain. We'll figure it out. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. Did I read on the Rothschilds? I read on somebody who got Gavin Newsom. Dude, Gavin Newsom, Nancy Pelosi, and there was a wedding up there in San Francisco. One of them kids, I read on one of them. I don't remember. Hasta luego! I'm going to hit the road. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Truly appreciate you. We'll